Hansen took us behind the scenes of the Love Boat. That's the cruise ship where the television program actually shoots its fictional stories. This morning, she takes us back to that ship for an inside look at what its real passengers hope will be their Love Boat.
This is high seas luxury cruising Hollywood style, where just 6 people can run a ship full of passengers and still find time for a little romance. Do you buy it? Some 30 million viewers do. They've made the Love Boat the 8th most watched show this season. Riding along the same crest of popularity as the Love Boat is the actual cruise business it celebrates. But on a ship like this one, the Pacific Princess, which is almost 2 football fields long, weighs 20,000 tons, and serves 600 people day and night, it would seem that somebody's got to stop falling in and out of love long enough to mind the ship.
Hard to starboard.
That job falls to a crew of 330 people. For them, sailing on this German-built, British-owned and operated ship is no vacation. It's a 7-day-a-week, round-the-clock task to keep this floating resort ship-shape as it cruises up to 430 nautical miles a day. Captain Philip Jackson is at the helm with 34 years of seafaring experience. He's responsible for the safety of everyone on board and for the navigation of this enormous vessel in and out of ports from Bora Bora to the Mexican Riviera.
This ship is very maneuverable, and given reasonable weather, the ship is easier to park than my car. I've got the bow thruster to help me push the ship sideways, and in fact I can do about 1.5 knots sideways if I really try. In fact, my children pull my leg at home when I'm driving the car into the garage. Shout out from the back seat, "Careful, Dad, you haven't got bow thrusters on this one."
Passengers on these cruises can pay up to $26,000 for a 70-day voyage. For that amount of money, they expect royal treatment. That's why the vast majority of the crew is service-oriented, from room stewards to laundrymen, galley cooks to desk clerks. They all fall under the purser's domain. On the Love Boat, that's Gopher, who spends his time socializing with the clientele.
You and I have a lot in common. I'm the purser, you're the nurses.
Hello there, how are you?
Alan Simpson, the Pacific Princess's purser, would like you to believe that that's an accurate portrayal.
Well, that's the impression one tries very hard to give, that you have nothing to do and you can devote all your time to the passengers, and one can do this by getting rid of your work early in the morning before the passengers come to, and then appear to be nonchalantly free for the rest of the day, you know?
The food concessions are run by Italians, and the meals keep coming till you just can't munge no more. £500 of beef are consumed every day, 87 gallons of coffee, 1,200 pastries, resulting in 15,000 dirty dishes. 6 seatings a day, topped off by a gastronomical spectacle, the Midnight Buffet. 40 people worked for 2 days on this edible artwork. Is there a chance you'll gain weight on this cruise?
No calories, no. We've been taking off the calories, you know.
The amount of wine, beer, and spirits on board is equally astounding. Mike Chaffee serves up some of the 100,000 bottles and cans of it. And like any bartender, his job means wearing several hats.
Oh, for sure. Marriage guidance, psychiatrist, doctor. They call me the doctor because I open at 7:30 every morning with the Bloody Marys.
A bartender on Love Boat's always running after women. Can you do that?
Well, I've got to be careful what I say because I also have my wife that works on the ship with me, you see. But I can't say that I met her. She was a passenger on a cruise ship when I met her.
So it was a real Love Boat?
Oh, yeah, for sure. People, they find what they're looking for. If they come away to find romance, normally they find romance, you know. It's all here.
If it's not, Gus Sexton will come up with something for you to do. He's the cruise director. By day, he organizes the entertainment and puts out a newspaper. By night, he's a song and dance man. 6 different shows a week.
Hey, Herbie, we'd like to thank you, Herbert Hoover, for really showing us the way.
Like the others on board, his tour of duty is 4 months at sea, 2 months off. And around this schedule, he manages to keep a wife and 2 kids waiting at home.
I was working it out. I think I've spent 36 months at home in the last 9 years. Doesn't seem an awful lot when you work it out. But maybe that helps for a long marriage.
But you love it.
Oh, I enjoy it. And the company do allow us to bring our wives out and sail with us occasionally, so that helps, you know.
My wife claims it takes about a week to get used to home living again, and at the end of the leave she normally reckons that I'm physically still at home in the last week, but mentally I'm back on the ship.
And it's the travel, the constant change of scenery, and the romanticism of the sea that keeps this crew on board. But something else keeps this ship running, more than just diesel engines. They don't brag about it, but they'll admit it with proper British aplomb.
Captain Terry, it has taken me an entire week, but I have figured out what this ship runs on. Charm.
Correct.
Kathy Lee, thank you, and everybody from the ship, thank you. 15 after right now.